Aloha and welcome to another Stars of Tomorrow production. I'm your host, Kea Davis Milo, here at the Shack in Waikiki, where a whole bunch of entertainers have gathered together for a benefit ho'olaulea for Toni Ka'onohi, a renowned artist here in Hawaii, to help and support her. Let's go inside and see exactly what's going on. All right, so we're standing here with Uncle Leighton Ka'onohi, father of Toni Ka'onohi, who this big shindig is for. Uncle Leighton, why don't you share with us a little bit about how Toni's doing?
Well, before we start, I'd like to thank all of the bands and Olelo, your organization, everyone who's made this event possible. It's just gratifying to see how Hawaii's people are able to come together and support the people that they love. It's Much of our family are still on the mainland, but their hearts are here, and they want to express their appreciation for everyone who's playing a role in this. Uh, Toni was on her mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and she had been on a mission for about 16 months, serving in Wisconsin. About 6 months ago, she started having severe recurring headaches, and the doctors initially thought that she was suffering from migraines, and then they thought she had a severe infection in her sinus. But it was the evening of August the 13th that the pains in her head were so severe that she started to lose vision. Her speech was slurred, and she couldn't hear very well. She couldn't stand, and her missionary companion took her to the ER. And while she was there, the doctor in charge did a CAT scan and found a huge mass in her brain, the left side of her brain. And it's a very small town that they live in, so he called for the medevac helicopter from the University of Wisconsin Hospital, which happens to be the leading neurosurgery research hospital in the U.S. So they sent a helicopter to pick Toni up, and it took 45 minutes to get to the hospital. When they got to the hospital, the chairman of the university happened to be at the hospital at the time that she arrived and examined her and suspected that there was something very wrong going on. So they did an MRI, and they found on the left temporal area of her brain what looked like a tumor, possibly the size of an orange. And he explained to Toni that if they didn't do surgery, that she would die. And that had to be difficult for her because none of her family was with her at the time. Anyway, he told her that surgery was necessary, but because of the difficulty of the surgery, she might die during the surgery. And she said to him that she was serving a mission for God and that God would watch over her. However, if things didn't turn out and if she died during the surgery, she knew that her family was an eternal family, and she trusted in God. I was on my way to Hawaii the morning of the 14th. When I got off the plane, I had this message from Dr. Dempsey to call him, and I called Dr. Dempsey in Wisconsin, and he explained to me the circumstances of my daughter, and I had asked him if I could fly there, if there was enough time for me to get there and give my daughter a blessing. And he said to me that he would try to wait, but he couldn't guarantee it because of the severity of the case. So I got to talk to Toni before I got back on a plane and headed for Wisconsin. And she was very upbeat, and she assured me that she knew that she was in God's hands, and that because she was serving our Father in heaven, that he would protect her. So I got on the plane, and 15 hours later, I arrived in Wisconsin. And my wife reached Wisconsin from Utah 2 hours later, and we met with the mission president who supervised my daughter, and he explained to us that she had been taken into surgery because the doctor couldn't wait any longer. The surgery took about 12 hours, and at the conclusion of the surgery, we met with the doctor, and he explained to us that Tony had suffered a severe stroke, and there was a great deal of brain matter that was destroyed as a result of the tumor and the stroke. But he was doing his very best to save her life. He wasn't very optimistic about the prospects of her seeing, hearing, all of the cognitive things that the left side of the brain controls may have been destroyed as a result of the surgery. And it was very difficult to see our daughter at that point. Her brain was so swollen that they couldn't put the skull back on her brain, and it was literally hanging off of the side of her head, but sewn in by her scalp. And she was in a coma for 4 weeks. During that time, my wife and I sang to her and spoke to her and prayed with her every day, taking maybe 2 hours each day to take a shower and to take a breather, but we were at her side. And then there are several very serious situations that evolved over a 4-week period. She had problems with her heart, her blood pressure, the swelling in her brain, just a variety of things that could go wrong. But thank God she was at a hospital that had the latest in technology that could not only help her stay alive, but help her heal. And there were approximately 7 doctors, all neurosurgeons, all of which had specific areas to work on just to keep Tony alive. And they did an excellent job. 4 weeks into her coma, she awoke, and the doctors told us that it would be anywhere from 9 months to 2 years before she would walk and hopefully talk, but the next 5 days would be crucial to see, if she can hear. And as the days ticked on, we noticed that she was able to, as she looked at us, she was able to track. It's called tracking. As you watch someone walk in a room, she was able to track. And then we noticed she was able to hear. And then things started to come together for her. But the road continues to be very difficult for her. It may be a year, if not longer, before she's able to have a fluid conversation. But what has been interesting is that in the last 4 days, we brought her home from Wisconsin September 30th on an air ambulance. Her condition was stable, and we put her into a rehab center in St. George, Utah, where she suffered a series of seizures, and we had to rush her then by air ambulance to Salt Lake, where she's at right now. A week ago, she underwent another surgery to remove an abscess on the inside of her brain that was causing her to have seizures, violent seizures, and severe pain. Right now, she's stable, but what was a blessing to us was 5 days ago, she actually started singing Ahivela, and in a very raspy voice and slurred because she can't speak very well. But we think she heard that song as we sang it to her some 300 times in Wisconsin, day and night, that it probably stuck in her brain. The doctors told us that if someone's in a coma, they still have the ability to hear. So I'm sure that she heard my wife and I singing and talking to her and praying with her. She's right now in Salt Lake, and hopefully we'll be able to call her this evening during the function and see if she's up to singing her a cappella version of Ahivela. But we're very grateful to everyone who's here, and I couldn't say enough about all the help that we've been getting, the love and the support. And we thank God above all for saving our daughter and allowing us to have her this very day.
Uncle Ethan, thank you so much for sharing with us all of your experiences, and also for taking us to where Tony's at. I mean, you just painted an awesome picture. Thank you so much, and we'll continue to pray for her.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more from the Benefit Ho'olaulea for Tony Kaunohi.
Blessed are those who haven't seen and still believe that he lives, and still believe that he walked upon the earth. And though my faith is just a seed, I still believe. I didn't walk with him, but each day he's here by my side. I didn't watch as he healed, but his love has changed my life. I didn't see the cross, but I know it was for me. And blessed are those who haven't seen and still believe that he lives, and still believe that he walked upon the earth. And though my faith is just a seed, I still believe.
We are at Sister Wingard. Hi. We are at the where?
Seen his eyes, but someday he'll look into mine. And if he bids me come, I will worship at his feet. For blessed are those who haven't seen and still believe.
Worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring, worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. And holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are, and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me.
Thank you, Yogi, for taking this video. Thank you.
Worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring. Yeah, worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Oh, Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. live for you. We live for you. And holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. And I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. I will not be shaken. No.
Oh, too right, too right.
There is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me
So, Tony, how you
who
doing?
you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me.
Any remarks for the fans?
My heart is yours completely. My heart is yours totally. You love with no reservation. You're not looking for perfection. There's no need in me pretending. I'll give you everything.
Hi family, this
I'll
is
give
my Aunt
you
Pauline and I love her so much
everything.
and I'm her tot. And God
You
is
deserve my full attention. Nothing less than my devotion. Oh, speak to me and I will listen. I'll give you everything. I'll give you everything. Lift it up. Oh, you can have my heart, yes you can. Oh, you can. You can. The Lord of my emotions, set me free from selfish motives, and search me till there's nothing hidden, and I'll give you everything. Yes, I'll give you everything. Sing. You can have my heart. You can have my heart. I belong to you. You can have my heart. Every part. Yes, it is. My heart is yours forever. Yes, it is. My heart is yours. My heart, my mind, my soul. My heart is yours forever. My emotions are yours, yeah. My heart is yours forever. All my dreams are yours, yeah. My heart is yours forever. All of my plans are yours.
Beginning to end. It's been a pleasure. See you later. Well.
You got it, you got it. If you want my heart, you got it, you got it.
This is Maggie Tell, and it's so funny every time you do what you want.
You got it,
Why?
you got it. If you want my heart, you got it, you got it, you got it. If you want my heart, you got it, you got it. Hey, you got it. If you want my heart, you got it, you got it, you got it. If you want my yes, you got it, you got it, you got it. If you want my oh, you got it, you got it. Oh, oh, you can have my heart. Oh yeah, you can have my heart. You can, yeah. You can, you can. Have my heart. Say, oh, you can. I belong to you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I belong to you. Oh, you can. I belong to you. I belong to you. Every part of my heart, I belong to you. Nothing missing, I belong to you. Nothing hidden, I belong to you. Yeah, yes, I belong. I cry out, Abba, Abba, Abba. I belong to you. I belong to you. Heart is yours. My heart is yours forever. Heart is yours. Heart is yours forever. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Even the parts I don't like. Heart is. Even the parts I try to hide.
That again.
My heart. Every room belongs to you.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Hi, man. Okay, that's really good. Hi, Mom. So I thought, okay, I'll put it on video.
I finally got Tony your Aikido shorts.
Yeah? And some stuff for your raffle, for your fundraiser in Hawaii. So we thank Sheldon.
Come and consume every room. It all belongs to you. It all belongs to you. Come and consume every room. It all belongs to you. It all belongs to you. Oh yeah. Come and consume every room. It all belongs to
About a
you.
minute,
Yeah. Come and consume every room. It all belongs
slowly. Alright? Yeah, shake toe, shake toe. Beyonce, do it. Dad, you shake it out. You shake it, we can shake it. Ready, set, go, go. Hello to the greatest family in the whole wide world. This is Tony, of course. I just want to say thank you so much. I got the package. I got the rice cooker. Thank you, Kalana. I think that was you. All my skirts. Mahalo nui loa. All the MetaFast crack, man. I am going to be slim, trim, and super... I don't know what rhymes with that, but thank you so much for the furikake, furikake Chex Mix, and Slim Fast, and everything else.
All things are possible when we believe. Old chains are breakable when we receive Yahweh. You keep your promises. If you said it, we believe it. If you said it, hey. If you said it, we believe it. Hey. Yeah. If you said it, we believe it. 'Cause you're a man of your word. If you said it, we believe it. Oh, 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 oh. If you said it, we believe it. You're a man. Say, you're a man of your word. Hey, say,
Yeah, and all things are possible when we believe, and old chains are breakable when we receive your way. You keep your promises. If you said it, we believe it. If you said it,
if you said it, we believe it. If you said it, we believe it. 'Cause you're a man of your word. If you said I'm healed, if you said it, I believe. If you said it, if you say I'm free in my mind, if you said it, yeah, yeah. If you said it, if you said it, yeah, believe it, yeah. If you said I am who you say I am. I am who you say I am. Say, I am who you say I am. I am who you say I am. I am who you say I am. Says I am who you say I am. Said I am who you say I am. Said I am who you say I am. Said you're a son, you're a daughter. I am who you say I am. Said you're never forsaken. I am who you say I am. You're the beloved of God. I am who you say I am. I am who you say I am. It's a thing that we can always count on. You honor your word. You'll never have to repent. You'll never go against what you say. Yeah, you said it, we believe it. 'Cause you're a man of your word.
How you standing? Feeling okay standing?
If you said,
Tony is with her occupational therapist, Karen. Today is Saturday, November 1st. Oh, Tony, I gotta call Dad. It's our anniversary. Yeah, 33 years.
33.
Doctor tugged at it, Dr. Dodds tugged at it like 4 times and it just won't come out. He said he's done it hundreds of times, but poor Tone, she's in a lot of pain.
And I am what I am.
Tony, how you doing?
Fine.
Nah. How's your head?
Fine.
Oh, good. I can see that there's 35 staples in your head. It's getting really good. I mean, it's drying really good. And your eye is a little bit swollen today, Sunday. But that left eye is a little bit swollen. What do you want to say?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Aloha.
yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Correctly.
Cause the great I am said he speaks over me.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Calls us his
Yes, he
beloved.
does.
Say like I am what I am. Ooh, cause the great I am said he speaks over me.
I will sing of your goodness. I will sing of your love. Though the seasons come quickly, you have always been enough. And though the night may get darker, though the waiting seems long, you have always been
Nice. That is nice.
good. In the morning I
little bit like spiky kind of hair. Pokey hair.
You have always been patient. You have
There's Tony. You can go. Go. Yeah, you go. Tony's coming home.
So I remind my soul to bless you, standing firm upon your truth, knowing you cannot be shaken, 'cause I've seen what you can do. Oh, you are good. Oh yeah, in the morning I'll say you are good. In the evening I'll say you are good. You are good to me. Yeah, sing it again. Good. In the morning I'll say you are good. In the evening I'll say you are good. You are good to me. Ooh, you are. You keep on getting better. 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 Yeah, yeah. You keep on getting better. You keep on getting better. It's my testimony. You keep on getting better. You keep on getting better. Oh, keep on getting better. You keep revealing yourself, God. You keep on getting better. You keep on getting better. I'm seeing a new side. You keep on getting better. You keep on getting better. Oh, you keep on getting better. You keep on getting better. Remind us, oh yeah. You keep on getting better. You keep on getting better. Oh, you keep on getting better. 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 You are good. In the morning I'll sing you are good. In the evening I'll sing you are good. You are good to me. One more time. Oh, you are good. In the morning I'll sing are so good to me. In the evening I'll say you are good. You are good to me. Oh, you are good to me. Oh, you are good to me, Father.
Every day gets better. Every day gets better.
Keep on getting better.
Keep on getting better.
I can see you,
Keep
Father.
on getting better.
Everybody, please.
Been so good to us. Been so faithful to us. Ooh. I can sing a billion songs, dance till my feet are numb, spin till I'm empty and poor. Can't praise you enough. I can shout till my voice gives way, leap till I have no strength, lose my breath trying to explain this will have to do. I just wanna thank you. I just wanna thank you. I just wanna thank you. Oh, I'm so grateful. Sing again, sing aloud. I just wanna thank you. I just wanna thank you. Yes, I do. I just wanna thank you. I am so grateful. This is what he's done. You sang till I found my song. You danced till my heart woke up. Now I move to the rhythm of love. I can't praise you enough. You wept till I found my strength. Lost your breath, dying to save me. Now I'll never go back to that. I can't praise you enough. And if time were to stop, I can never tell it all. Words of you, this will have to do. I just wanna thank you. I just wanna thank you. Hey, I just wanna thank you. I'm so grateful. I just wanna thank you for your goodness. I just wanna thank you. Your loving kindness. I just wanna thank you. I'm so grateful. Hey, hey. I'm standing in the promise now. You've been so faithful on my journey. You kept me through the desert and the wilderness. I'm in the promised land now. So we say, I'm standing in the promise, surrounded by your goodness. You have overwhelmed us. Hallelujah.
Hug, 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 hug.
Standing in the promise, surrounded by your goodness. You're just getting started. You're just getting started. Hallelujah. Say it again. I'm standing in the promise, surrounded by your goodness. You have overwhelmed us. Hallelujah. One more time. I am standing in your promise. I'm surrounded. You are just getting started. You're just getting started. Hallelujah. Yeah. And if time were to stop, I can never tell it all. Words of you, this will have to do. I just wanna thank you. I just wanna thank you. I just wanna thank you. So grateful. Oh, I just wanna thank you. You died for me. I just wanna thank you. You came back for me. I just wanna thank you. So grateful. Standing in the promise, surrounded by your goodness. You have overwhelmed us. Hallelujah. I'm standing in the promise, surrounded by your goodness. You're just getting started. You're just getting started. You're just getting started. You're just getting started. getting started. You're just getting started. We ain't seen nothing yet. You're just getting. You're just getting started. We ain't seen nothing yet. You're just getting. You're just getting started. You're just getting started. You're just getting started. And if time were to stop, I can never tell it all. Words of you, you're so hard to do. We just want to thank you.
Yes, we do.
We just want to thank you. We just want to thank you. We're so grateful. We just want to thank you. Protect our families. We just want to thank you. Rescued our stories. We just want to thank you. We're so grateful.